Hi everyone, it's Kayla, and this is my final video presentation of my blog, The Female Rewrite. Since the midterm feedback, I've made a few changes to the blog that I felt were necessary after reading all the comments and suggestions. So to start with the home page, I've made no major changes here, as many people stated that they liked the look and the feel of it, so I've left the bold and light look that I had, as well as all the original photos. The only aspect of this page that has changed is how I present my information. So instead of having two columns of photos sandwiching my one column of articles, I now have two columns of articles sandwiching one photo. The rest of the page has stayed the same, with the same quote here, as well as the same contact information and my Twitter page that I have at the very bottom. The next page I'll show you is the About page, and this has remained the exact same because it's very short and I felt that it was pretty solid. And the next page is the disclaimer and copyright, which has also stayed the same, as Sam said that it was pretty good and didn't need any major alterations. The next page that I'll go to is the blog page, and this has also stayed the same, as this is just an introduction to my articles. However, what has changed is what I present in my articles from now. So, for example, Marianne North. Before the midterm feedback, I used to end all these articles with a concluding paragraph about the woman I just researched. However, now I include recommendations at the very bottom. So these would include galleries, museums, websites, books, and anything else that would relate or pertain to the woman that was presented in this article. So for example, I've listed the Marianne North Gallery in Kew Gardens and its exact address at the bottom of Marianne North's article. I've also listed a very small and short video that document her paintings as well as her life. The next example that I'll show you is Kathleen Cleaver, and she also has a similar thing at the bottom of her article where I include a PBS interview that documents her work during the civil rights movement as well as her own book. The next change that I've made is how I categorize the women. So I've now started to use 4 categories, and they include double take, as we can see with Kathleen Cleaver, teamwork, credit due, credit given, and be careful of her. And these all just describe different categories of women in history. Double take describes women that need a second look that have either been overlooked or misrepresented in history. Credit due, credit given is the next category, and that just is for women that have had their work and contributions stolen or improperly credited to other people. Teamwork is about groups of women, and that's just a very blanket category that I have for them. And the last category is be careful of her. And be careful of her is for women that were savage or ferocious during their times. So one example of that would be Cutulun, a female warrior princess who wrestled over 1,000 men. As I continue to post on my blog, it will be inevitable that I make changes to it. For example, in the coming months, I do plan to create a Twitter and Instagram page that is solely for this blog and that will consistently post new and quality information and articles about the women that I write. And also, it will likely be that I will change the look of this blog later into the future. However, for the time being, this is how my blog will operate and how it will look while I do so, and I'm very happy about it. I'd like to thank you all for such a fun and engaging class, and I hope the rest of 2020 treats you all well. Thank you!